Hello everyone, good morning. Could you just tell me whether you are able to hear me properly?
I can hear you.
Thank you. Yeah, the mic is not working, so I had to connect to my cell phone and then speak with you guys. Thank you. Okay. So I think you all have got the announcement yesterday which I sent you. I had to do that because even I thought the labs will be starting in the next week. But then I received the syllabus and then which said that lab will be starting from today. And this is the first lab. Okay. So,
Quick question.
Yes.
I'm in Blackboard. I'm registered for 211. You have a folder for 210, and the lab submissions are for 201. So am I in the right place?
Let me check that. So 201 is the parent course, which means the main course, where all the sections are combined and put into that folder. Okay, so that's one thing. And my section is 210, not 211. I'm not sure who is the TA for that section.
So I expect to see some more stuff on Blackboard because I guess mine is next Monday.
Yeah.
The week starts. This is the first one of the week right here. Okay.
Yes. You will get an announcement from your TA shortly.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Okay. So I believe all are from 210 section now. Okay. So let's start. So whatever we are going to do in Calculus 1, we have to use MATLAB software. And I think most of you don't have that because I made an announcement yesterday to download and install the MATLAB. And so you guys need at least a week to do that, I understand. So what we can do for today is we can use the OnLab MATLAB just for today, only for Lab 1. And from Lab 2, we can use the software, okay? And I will give you the IT contact details. Most of you would have known that. I would give that, and you can contact them if you have trouble installing MATLAB in your laptop or computers, okay? And from Lab 2, you must have the software. You can also use online MATLAB. The problem is you cannot save your files. You cannot open the files which is saved. Okay, that's one thing. And sometimes you cannot run the codes and you will not get the proper output. And that's the reason we are using this MATLAB software. Okay, fine. Just let me walk you through the Blackboard. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. So this is Blackboard, and this is your section 201. You have to access everything. You will get all the information you need in this section, not in your subsection, but in the main section. Okay. After this, you have syllabus. And under this course content, you have the section with my name. You can click on that. You can see there are two things. One is WebEx link, where you can just click on that so you can attend the meeting directly from that using that link. You don't have to open my syllabus, copy that, and then paste it. Okay? You can just click on this. You can connect to the meeting. And the next one is the resources, where the syllabus has been posted. Hi.
You should be working now. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, so just when you have class, make sure you turn on the system or else the mic and the audio don't work. Yeah, you don't have to use it or anything like that. You can even put it on blank screen if you don't want anyone to like walk by and see it. But yeah, just make sure that you tap it on. That's all. You should be working all good now. Everybody can hear you.
Yes.
Class.
Okay, I'm sorry that I had a problem with my mic. Okay, where was I? Yes. So as soon as you click on the course content, you can click on your section, and under resources, you have syllabus, lab manual link, materials. These WebEx recordings are only for some labs, okay? And commands. Commands in the sense, some people might not have known how to enter built-in functions into the MATLAB. So this might help you all, okay? I'll come back to that later. So let's go through the syllabus. Class meeting time will be on Wednesday from 10 to 11:50, and location is CI 222 or in WebEx. So if you guys prefer to be in class, I can do that also. But if you all want WebEx, that is also fine. Okay. And my office hours will be same as class schedule time. Fine. This is my email. You can email me at any time. I would love to reply you all. Okay. And yes, these are the lab dates, not the lab due dates. It's a lab day, and you don't have to worry about this Tuesdays. Okay, that's for a different section. Wednesday is only for you. Got it? And these are just some policies which you can go through. And coming to the assignment is individual, not a group assignment. And I will tell you how to turn it in. Let me close this. And this is your link to the lab manuals. As soon as you click that, you will get all the labs. Okay? And just click on this. And again, you have to click on that. Okay? So this is your lab 1 manual. Fine. Next is the materials. These are the pre-recorded videos which I did last semester. So I think this might also help you all. Okay? That is one thing. And I think that's it. That's it about this. And lab submissions. I think I have not set the due date yet, but you can submit your assignments in this. Okay, click on lab submission. You can click on assignment 1 and browse local files. You will find your assignment. Just click on the PDF and then you can submit it. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, fine. Now I just want you all to do all this along with me, okay, so that you will not get confused. One thing is you have to use online MATLAB for now. So just go to Google, type as online MATLAB and hit enter. Fine. If you feel that I'm fast, just let me know so that I can slow down. So click on this MATLAB online, and after this, you have to create an account. Okay, how to do this? You can see a icon here. Just click on this icon, create one. If you already have a MathWork account, you can log in. If not, just click on this create one. Okay, just fill the information you need. I would give you 10 minutes to do that. Okay, as soon as you all are done, we will start with the lab 1. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer you. And also, while you enter the email address, it has to be Islander ID, not your personal email address. It has to be Islander ID. Give the location as United States, student, yes, and then create. Okay. You can even put up your question in the chat box if you have some audio issues. Taryn, did you log in now?
Yes, I'm sorry, I was having connection issues. I'm just now able to get on here. I'm so sorry
No
about
problem, no problem. So what I was telling is that you have to create the MathWork account in order to use the online MATLAB. So do you have MATLAB software installed in your computer?
that. No, ma'am, I do not.
No. No problem. I can give you a week time to install that. So just for right now, just Google MATLAB online. Okay. and then you have to select the first link. And after that, you can see the icon here. After Get MATLAB, you can see one icon. Just click on that. Since you don't have MathWork account, you have to create one. Okay, so you have to enter the Islander email address, location, and student. Click on S, then create. Okay, as soon as you all are done with that, let me know and we all can start using MATLAB, online MATLAB.
So should we download it to the computer or should we just use the online button?
Just use the online for now because we are going to do lab 1. So we need a MATLAB software. Is everyone created your account or do you guys need more time? Great. You guys are fast. Okay, so let's go ahead then. Okay, once you have created your account, you can just click on the Start Using MATLAB Online. Okay, and then you can enter your calendar ID. Okay, next, password. Oh, forgot my password. Okay, great. So this is how the MATLAB look like. Okay, so when you start MATLAB, the desktop appears in its default layout. So this is the current folder where you can access all your saved files. Okay, and this is the workspace. You don't have to worry about that. So that's only when you do high coding. Okay, so let me close this for now. So you have here is the command window, in the sense like you can calculate it directly. Okay, you don't have to write, you cannot write the coding part here. You just can calculate, do some calculations, basic calculations. So that's how we do that's what we do in the command window. And command window is basically only to give you the output. So when you are using, there are actually two scripts. One is new script and new live script. So most of the time you use this live script. Okay, so this is used for creating your own function. Okay, and this is to do some calculations.
Got it? So as soon as you click on new live script, you will get this. So this is the layout you have to get. So is everyone getting that? Yes, I'm going to record the classes. Okay, so once you have done this, you can do some calculations here. 2 plus 3. Okay, where am I getting my output? For that, you have to click on the live editor. Okay, just click on the live editor and you can see the icon called as run. Okay, just click on that. You will get your result here on the next tab, right? But whereas when you use this called as new script, you will not get the result here. Instead, you will get here. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that since you guys are not using it. You just have to use this live script. Got it? Fine. This is how you run the code. Go to live editor, click on run, you will get your output. Okay, so that's about live and scripts, live script and a normal script. And okay, now let's go and see what is this text and code mode. By default, it will be in the code mode, wherein you can just do some calculations. Okay, but if what is this? This is called addition, right? This is division. So I want to say that this is a division. I just want to do a text writing. For that, you cannot use it in a code mode. You cannot run it. If you use that, you cannot run the code. You will get an error. So for that, you have a tool called as text here. Okay, whenever you want to write the text, just click on this. And then you can do that. Division. Again, get back to the code mode. You can do whatever you want here. Okay, and then now you can run the section. You will not get the error. Okay, so that is one thing. So next, let's go one by one. Now I'm going to text mode, doing some called basic calculations. Okay, get back to the code mode. Now this is addition, multiplication, division. Okay, these are just a basic calculations. Done. Now I want to separate this section. Let me see. Okay, so now if I want to separate or break the section, you can use a command called as section break. Okay, you just have to click on that. If you do not want that, or if you have placed it in a wrong place, just hit on Control Z on your keyboard. Okay, and then you can use this section break again if you want. Okay, so next, built-in functions. In the sense, if you want to know the square root of 4. Okay, so this is a command for that. So that is why I have already created a document on that. Commands. You can see all the commands here. Okay, absolute x to find the absolute value, square root, log x, all these kind of things. I think that will be useful for you. One is this, and one more thing is, if you want to know what is e power 2, exponential of 2,
How do you input that in MATLAB? You have to do this. Okay, exponential of 2. You cannot simply write it as e power 2, like e power 2. No, this is wrong. Okay, you have to use a command called as exp of 2. Got it? Now, what is 2 raised to the power of 100? How do you input that in MATLAB? 2 shift 6. Okay, this is called as 2 power 100. Done it. Fine. Now, this is done. Now, I want to know the value of pi. Right? You don't have to get back to the text mode because pi is a built-in function. Okay, I'm going to run the code 3.1416, and we all know it's a irrational number, right? Recurring number. So you must get some numbers after decimals also. So now, if I want to know what are the numbers, what are the 10 numbers after the decimal, you can use a command called as VPA. Okay, VPA is used to round off the numbers, or if you want certain decimal places of numbers, you can use the command VPA. Got it? So now I'm going to enter it as pi, and I need some 10 digits of numbers after the decimal. Okay, click on run. See, you will get all the 10 numbers after the decimal. Okay, then what else? Okay, now let's see how to use the variables. I'm going to break the section here, get back to the text mode, and I will write the heading as symbolic calculations. Okay, get back to the code mode. Right? Now, I want to know what is a plus b the whole square. We all know it's a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? If you don't know, you can use a command called as expand, which will expand the polynomial functions. Okay, you can use the command called as expand, open the bracket again, and I will write it as x plus 2 the whole square. So whole to the power of 2. Hit on run. It is giving me an error, which means MATLAB is unable to recognize the function or a variable x. We have to tell MATLAB what is x. What is x? It's a variable, right? We know that, but MATLAB doesn't know that. So for that, we have to use a command called as sims. You will use this in almost all the labs. So make sure you learn this carefully. Okay, so whichever symbol you use, you just have to specify using a command called as syms. Okay, since I'm using a variable x, I wrote it as x. Now run it, see. Oh, what happened to this? See, this is why I don't use online MATLAB. Okay, fine. Now, if you want to find the factors of that, factor of what? I want to know the factor of this. Okay, so I'm going to input it. Factor of x square plus 4. X plus 4. And there is some red mark here. You know why? You cannot simply write a variable and a number together. You have to specify what operation is in the middle of them. It is multiplication. So you have to do this, okay? You will get error many times, okay? So make sure you have this multiplication symbol also.
Now run, you will get the factors of the polynomial. See, it's very easy with the MATLAB. Now suppose if I want to solve a polynomial, you can use a command called as solve, wherein I will use this plus 4 into x plus 4 comma x, meaning you have to write the equation, and this is not an equation. Okay, whenever you are solving, this is my equation, right? So whenever you're solving or writing an equation, make sure you use the double equal to symbol. Okay, not a single equal to. Single equal to has a different functions. Got it? So you have to use, whenever you use the solve command, you have to use this double equal to. Keep that in mind. So you have to write your equation and you have to specify the variable to which you are solving. I need to know what is the value of x if this equation is equal to 0. And that's why I have mentioned the variable x here. Okay, after this, just run the section. See, you'll get the roots. Okay, and after this, suppose if you want to use, for example, say, okay, let me break this section. I think there is some error there. So I'm going to use some various varieties of variables, say this, and I am going to solve a quadratic equation, general quadratic equation, right? So ax square plus bx, make sure to use the multiplication operator there, plus c is equal to 0, and I'm solving for x. Got it? Whichever variable you use, you must specify it here, because all these variables are not a built-in function. So whenever you use the solve command, you don't have to specify, you don't have to tell MATLAB what it is. Okay, so you can just directly write it up. Now I'm going to solve this. See, so this is the formula for quadratic, right? This is a quadratic formula. Now after this, next one is, let me go to the text mode, evaluating the expressions by substitution. Okay, now I know a value of x and I want to know what will be the polynomial value for that specified value. Okay, so for example, say I would say that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to 3. Okay, and if you want this to be in a line, you can just use semicolon. Okay, b is equal to 2, semicolon, c is equal to 3. Got it? Next, now I'm going to solve the same equation. Okay, and click on run. Got it? So now you have here, when you see in output, you have a value called as c is equal to 3. We don't need that. What we need is the final output. If I don't want this, then you can use a semicolon. Okay, so semicolon will run the code, but you will not get that certain line in the output. Okay, that's how it will work. Okay, fine. I think I have covered what was there in the lab manual. So now mainly is the assignment part. So this is the basic thing you have to do. Got it? This is the lab 1 for today. And now let me get back to the assignment part. But before that, if you have any questions right now, you can ask me. I can solve it. Or if you want me to input a large number of equations, I can also do that. So do you have any questions till now? Or do you guys want me to go ahead with the assignment part? Ennis says no. No questions. Assignment part is quite different. It's not like this easy. Okay, so this is your lab manual. I hope everyone has this PDF now. If somebody doesn't have the lab manual, just let me know. I can show you where it is. Okay, so this is your assignment part. Okay, this is what I taught today. Modes, live script, all these things. So you don't have to do all this. Okay, this is not at all an assignment. I'll tell you where the assignment questions are. Now, from here, okay, putting it all together is the assignment part. So below that, whatever you have is the assignment part. So in total, you have 3 questions for today's assignment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will give you a hint on how to solve these questions and you have to complete it. Okay, and lab submission will be next week, Wednesday, before 3 p.m. or 12 p.m. Sorry, before 12 p.m. Okay, so the rule is you have to submit it before the class starts, but you might have some questions or doubts on the assignment 1, and if you submit it before lab 2, you might be in trouble. So I thought I can also solve some assignment 1 questions if you have any questions on that on lab 2 class. So I thought of postponing the due time to 12 p.m. instead of 9. Okay, so assignment 1 is due next Wednesday before 12 p.m. Got it? Is that clear? So it will be due on Feb 3rd before 12 p.m. Got it? Fine. Now, how do you submit your assignment? You cannot use the Word document. What you have to do, you have to create new live script. Okay. Now, what is the question asked here? Go back to the text mode. Where is the text mode? Click on live editor, text mode. You have to mention assignment number, assignment 1, your name. Okay. Next, you have to mention section, from which section you are. That is 210, because all sections are being combined and put it together. So most of the TAs will be grading your assignment also if you do not mention the section number. And you have to mention my name. You can just mention it as Pavi. Okay, so that's it. You can go ahead with your assignment now. Putting it all together. Question number 1. Make sure you mention the question numbers also. Okay, so I think you have a sub question there. It is 1A. So 1A, Now, get back to the code mode, do your calculations. So what is the question asked here? You have to calculate surface area and volume of a cylinder, and information given is diameter. Diameter will be your birth month, okay, and height will be your birthday. So you can just read the question, you will get to know it's easy. The first problem is easy. So what you have to do is input the formula and do the calculations. So for example, let me do one. Now, let me say the length of a triangle. This is a different question which is similar to your assignment problem. Okay, let me say length is equal to 2 and height is equal to 3. Okay, area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle will be equal to length into height. Done. That's it. Okay, this is how you have to do. You have to mention the values, and then you have to mention the formula and do the calculation. This is what we did in this section, evaluating the expression by substitution. Okay, fine. That is for the first problem. It is asking you to calculate the surface area and volume of a cylinder. And 1b is also similar kind of that. You just have to change the values, given values, and then you have to find the height of a cylinder using the same formula. Got it? And it is also asking you to round the answers to 3 decimal places. How do you do that? You have to use a command called as VPA. So what you have to do is just click on, just use the command VPA. You have to enter the formula or the result, whatever you have, and then it is asking for 3 decimal places, right? So just mention it as 3 and run. So you will get the output nearest to the 3 decimal places. You will round off the answer. Now, this is the first problem and second problem. This is where the most of my students in last semester, they got confused. So what is this? What is this seed? What is this rand? What is this equation? Okay. When you go back to your lab 1, see. So you are going to use 2 commands here. One is rand and other one is RNG. RNG is a random number generator. Okay, it controls a RAND. RAND generates a number between 0 and 1. Randomly it generates a number between 0 and 1. Now, we don't know to how many places it can be. It generates a random number, right? But how many digits of number does it generate? That is controlled by the command RNG. Okay, so you have to use this and solve the second one. Let me show you how to do that. Now, first of all, it is asking you to set a seed, means set a number of digit using your birthday. So what you have to do is, now get back to the text mode, second question. So, and you can also use section break here, right? Text mode. To make your assignment more clear, you can use the section break also. So second one is, it is asking you to generate a seed of using your birth month, right? So RNG, use the first command as RNG and enter your 4-digit birthday. Okay, for example 0105. Okay, like that. Just some random numbers, but it has to be a 4-digit number. Okay, once you do that, you have to input this equation. Okay, input the given equation. What do you do then? After this, you have to create a command to round off the following result to this. Okay, for that, you have to use VPA, and let me put this as answer. Okay, I'm going to round off this output. So answer, you are going to round off to 200 into rand. You can see here. Same thing, just copy and paste it here. VPA, your answer, comma, 200 into RAND. That's it. This is how you have to do that. Okay. So here I have mentioned it as answer because I want this answer to be rounded off, right? So if you use, instead of answer, if you use it as A, if you're specifying the output as A, make sure you change it here also. So that's how you do the second part. Third part, get back to the text mode. Third one, code mode. Okay, what is the third one? Okay, so it is asking you to find the average velocity during this time period. You have two time periods, T1 and T2. You have to find the average velocity. How do you do that? So to find the average velocity, what is the average velocity formula? It is change in displacement divided by change in time, right? This is the displacement equation you have got. What you have to do is, you have to mention it as T1. Okay, since you are finding the average velocity for time period, for which time period? It is 1, 2. Okay, find average velocity during the time period 1, 2. I have to write this in text mode. Okay, get back to the code mode, and I'm going to write T1 is equal to 1 and T2 is equal to 2. Now input the equation which is given here. I'm going to calculate D1 first. D1 is equal to, let me input the equation given, that is 2 times sin of pi into T1 is 2 times cos of pi into T2. Okay, pi into T1, 2 times cos of pi into T2. T1, sorry. Yeah. Using T1, you have to calculate D1, displacement 1. Using T2, you have to calculate displacement 2. The same equation. Just copy that and paste it here. You just have to change T1 to the T2. Okay. Now you can find out what is the average velocity. Average velocity is equal to T2 minus D1 divided by T2 minus T1. Use the brackets.
Got it? See? D1, D2 average velocity of that time period. Okay, so I gave you the answer for the first one. For this, I have given you the answer, but you have to do it. And same thing, just repeat the same thing, same procedure for this. You just have to change the value of T1, T2, T1, T2, T1, T2. Okay, finally, after doing all this, you have to estimate the instantaneous velocity. How do you do that? Okay, make sure you do all those things. Got it? Now, to find instantaneous velocity, what is the formula? Instantaneous velocity is equal to d divided by t. Okay, as you can see here, it is a change of displacement, change in time, right? But in case of instantaneous velocity, it is only one d and only one t. It is given here. They have given you the time, only one time. So what you have to do is, you have to calculate d. Okay, t is equal to given, t is given, calculate d. How? You have to use the same equation. Okay, calculate d, input it here, you will get the result. So that's it. That's the assignment part. That's the lab one. So that's it for today. And do you have any questions?
To find D for the last part, is it the average of D1 and D2?
The last part is that this?
Yeah,
This
to
one?
calculate the D.
Okay, this d is nothing but the same equation. Okay. Here you are going to calculate d2 and d1. There are two values for displacement. But while you are calculating the instantaneous velocity, you have to calculate it using only one value of d and one value of t. So t value is given, which is nothing but 1, right? You can see here. Instantaneous velocity for t is equal to 1. So t is equal to 1 and my d will be equal to what? The same equation, just copy this, paste it here. Instead of t1, it is t, right? That's all. Okay. Any questions?
How do we save and submit to you?
Yes, I was expecting you people to ask that. Okay. So how do we save and submit? When you click on save here, this is the same setup you will see in the MATLAB software also. There is no change in the display of the MATLAB. This is the same thing you will see in the MATLAB software, so you will not get confused. Now, how do you save it? You can click on save as if you want to save your MATLAB file. Okay, and you can give whatever name you want and then you can save it. That is one thing, but I do not want you all to submit the MATLAB file. I want this in a PDF format, because if you submit it in the MATLAB, then I have to have MATLAB software in my personal computer. Okay, so that is why I want you all to submit in a PDF file. If not submitted in PDF, I would send you an email. I would give the grade as 0. Okay, because I will not be able to open MATLAB file in my computer. So that's why submit it in PDF format. Click on save, export to PDF, save that, then whichever name you want, click on OK. Okay, just write the name, click on OK, it will be saved. See, this is how your PDF will look like. I can see the code mode, text mode, all these things. I can see your output also. You don't have to generate the output separately. You can see the output also. Fine? Any questions?
And then we email that to you via Blackboard, or?
No, you will have to submit this under lab submission. You can see assignment 1.
Okay.
And you can browse the local files. I'm not sure where I saved it. Okay, it should be somewhere here. But yeah, you will see the PDF here. Just click on the PDF, click on open, and then just submit it in the Blackboard. Okay. And you will all be able to see the assignment 1 link by the end of the day. Are you able to see the assignment link right now? You can see the assignment link? You can unmute and speak. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay, fine. If you're able to do that, then great. But
Where's the
yes,
assignment link?
it's under lab submissions, assignment 1. You will see that in your main section, not in your subsection, but in the section 201. Okay, click on that, lab submission, and then you can see all this. Okay. Yes, you must be able to see it. Great. Any more questions?
Yes, is next week's lab also over WebEx?
Yeah. So lab 1 to lab 13 is over WebEx, but I would also put up some pre-recorded videos, and you can just watch those videos and just get back to the meeting if you have any questions. You can do that from lab 4. Okay. From lab 4, I will not be able to teach live classes, but I can provide you the pre-recorded videos. That will work. And if you prefer to be in class, you can. You're most welcome. I can teach you in class also. Any more questions? Okay, great. So if you have any questions, you can just email me. And also, yeah, the one more thing. Okay, so I believe you have access for this Microsoft Teams. I have already created a group for the Cal 1. And you can see it here. Yes. Okay. You can also ask me questions here if you don't have time to email me, you can do this also. Okay, wherein all the students will be able to see your question, and they can also get their doubts to be solved. Okay, that's one thing I will have.
I'm sorry,
Yes?
Polly. I was gonna
It's
ask
okay.
the Microsoft Teams the link for us to click. Is that just gonna be in this email, or are you gonna put that kind of like on the blackboard so we can access
No.
our team through there?
It's not like a link. But what you can do is you can just go to your Outlook, okay, your Islander email or Outlook. Let me show you how that.
Oh, it's on. So if we go through.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Yes. You can just click on these 9 dots and you can see the teams. Okay. Yeah, you can download the app also. Right. That's true. I was
And then
supposed to do that in the discussion forum, but you will not get a notification even if you post the questions there. So that's why I thought of using this. Do you have anything to say, or do you have any questions? Great. Okay. Then I think we can wind up the class today. Fine. If you do not have any questions, you can leave the WebEx meeting and see you all next week on Wednesday. But make sure you all have to install the MATLAB, okay? You can use IT contact. You can contact them. They will for sure help you. You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, you said you were going to teach in person also. Would that be during the
Yes.
same time
Yes.
as that? And that would be in that classroom, correct?
I am right now in the classroom, so I will
Okay.
be teaching. Even though it's a WebEx, I have to be in the classroom. So
Okay.
you're most welcome.
Okay, and it doesn't matter, say like 1 week I would like to go in and the other week I would go on WebEx.
No, you can come this week, and if you do not come next week, that's okay. You can attend from the WebEx.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.